What do you think what happens in a situation when we expose a narcissist to our emotional needs, or when we try to make an attempt to make emotional connection with them? Hi, my name is Patricia. I'm the counseling psychologist registered here in the UK with the HCPC. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about what happens when we actually try to make that emotional connection with a narcissist. A narcissist, they want to be emotionally independent. They normally convey this message that they don't need anyone, they don't need to rely on anyone emotionally. And whatever emotional vulnerabilities they have, they're going to be hidden under the power, competitiveness, and the success. And perhaps as a part of trying to hide their vulnerabilities, they volunteer to be at the center of the attention. So maybe they're really good at making people laugh. They maybe are really good as well at saving people from trouble. But that's not done because of them feeling empathic towards someone. It is done because they can calculate that actually by saving someone from trouble, they will be in a spotlight. And because whatever they're doing, it doesn't come from the empathic stance, which is really limiting to their emotional intelligence. That in a result will actually create a lot of preoccupation with themselves, and then because of that will also create a lot of ruptures in their relationship with other people. So what empathy actually is? Empathy, it is a willingness to re-experience what the other person is going through emotionally. And we will know that, for example, someone feels empathic towards us because we will have that sense that someone actually really gets our point of view. Seeing someone in pain, for example, means that we let ourselves to experience that pain to an extent. And that obviously is not the easiest thing to be done. But that's why perhaps empathy is really selfless. So empathy is not only about feeling sorry for someone, but actually re-experience the pain that the person is going through. Therefore, empathy is one of the most fundamental and also one of the most powerful qualities that we can bring to a relationship. And then if there's a lack of empathy, that actually will create cracks right from the beginning. And in a relationship with a narcissist, we can actually easily spot where there's that lack of empathy. So if we'll think about the situations where maybe there was just like sudden bad news that we got, or maybe we were really, really ill, and we needed that person to be with us, to support us. So we had some emotional needs that we needed help with. And in those instances, normally narcissists, they will be really avoidant, or they might even abandon the person. And they will also show signs of being very selfish, because again, they might even get annoyed. So let's say in a situation when maybe you got news that you are really ill, the narcissist actually might get quite annoyed because the attention is taken away from him, that now you need the attention and you need the emotional support that he cannot give you, for example. So in those very difficult situations, narcissists, they can actually react very differently. They can make you feel stupid, they can make unreasonable requests, they can put you down when you're gonna make some kind of request of fulfilling your needs. They will definitely put you down when you're gonna make some request of emotional support. And all of this can actually happen, especially in moments when you make yourself vulnerable in front of them. They will as well perhaps position themselves as the one who's always fulfilling your maybe practical or emotional needs, as the victim that is always fulfilling your unreasonable expectations. And perhaps by being so guarded, by being also defensive, they really hide all the vulnerabilities. But because of that, they don't let themselves to experience many of their emotional needs and wishes. And perhaps because of that, many of the emotional desires will never be actually fulfilled. So like I said before, in situations when you will try to connect emotionally with them, or when you will have some emotional needs and you will require some emotional connection with them, they will hide away from that, perhaps worrying unconsciously that you will see, that you will be able to access that part of them that is not acceptable, that is defective. And that will actually lead to them pushing that defective part of themselves even deeper, and also pushing you away. And that's why very often when people are in a relationship with narcissists, they actually feel extremely lonely, even though the person is right beside them, because of that lack of the emotional connection. And you might actually heard maybe from someone telling you that when the partner goes away, they actually feel less lonely when the partner maybe stays with them at home, right beside them. And the reason for that, it might be that obviously when the partner is just right beside them, there are certain expectations. And when they're not fulfilled, then there's disappointment, and there's that emptiness, that emotional emptiness. When the partner goes away, there's no expectations, so there's no emptiness as well. And also what may happen in situations with narcissists, when maybe they start feeling vulnerable, when they can see that maybe the situation has triggered certain vulnerabilities in them. Obviously they need to hide away wherever is being triggered. And that's when they actually put on certain masks. And we all have, certain masks. We act differently amongst maybe our peers at school, or maybe around our colleagues at work. We act differently with our moms, differently with our teachers, differently with our friends. But what happens with narcissists, they masks that they use to cover up their vulnerabilities, they're slightly different. They're more extreme. So they might become a bully, they might become a show off, they might turn into addiction. So that would be part of them trying to soothe themselves with maybe alcohol or maybe drugs, or they will start acting out as if they were entitled of everything. They might also take position of workaholic, or of the person who's actually saving everyone around them, or they might just take a position of morally righteous martyr. Yes, if you enjoyed this video, if you found it any helpful, then please like it, subscribe, and I'm gonna see you in the next one then. Thank you. Bye.